So the problem is flipping the matrix. So let's go to the problem statement, what it's about. So the matrix is in 2n format. That means that it depends upon the input n, right? So here we have below we have a 4 by 4 matrix, right? So we have to flip this matrix and by column or by row in a way that we end up with the largest number in the first quadrant. That's our goal, right? So if we end up with large number in the first quadrant, then we will have maximum sum, right? If you add to those numbers up, then the sum will be maximum. Okay, so I actually applied two approach. The first approach was wrong, but the second approach was correct. So I will share both of the approaches. So the first approach was actually I looked at the test cases and I saw a pattern. I saw a pattern that I can apply. So yeah, so it was so the approach goes like this. I have to select the highest value from each quadrant. So here we have four quadrants, and yeah, so from each quadrant I have to select the largest number. As you can see, in the first quadrant we have got 125, in the second quadrant we have got 119. So yeah, and so on. We go with this pattern, and when we sum that up, we get this number. But it is the wrong answer because it did not pass the test cases, so that was the problem. But then I started to look for another approach, and this approach, the idea about this approach came from the uh, test cases, right? So I looked at the test cases, and I was wondering what was wrong with the first approach. So yeah, so this is the correct approach. This is the idea that came from the test cases, and as well as some of the idea came from the first approach. So it's a mix of the test cases and the first failed approach as well, right? Both of them gave me an idea about how to go on to solve this problem. So yeah, so the second approach goes like this. So instead, we divide the matrix in quadrants, but we select numbers in a different way. So as you can see, that first we select the highest number from these four elements. So 112, 62, 119, 108, 108. So among them, I have to select the largest number. So that's 119. And then I will go on with this next four elements. So 42, 83, 98, 114, right? And in this way, I select four elements from the matrix in this manner, and I select the highest number among these numbers, or maybe you can say quadrant. So yeah, when I select the highest number from this matrix, then I end up with 414, and it passed my test case, and it turns out that it was the correct approach. So as you can see that it's a little bit similar to the first approach, though it was wrong, but that first approach gave me some idea about how to go on with this solution as well. So as you can see, this is very easy, but it took a little bit of time to figure out. Yeah, so we select the highest element from the first four elements, and we select the four elements in this way. I hope you're. I hope I can make you understand that how the this approach works. So here's how to use this approach. Yeah. So first off, we have to. It's an algorithm, right? Algorithm about how to solve this problem. So we will take the first and the last array of metrics in each iteration. So it means that we go like this. Yeah. So we take the first array and then the uh, last array of the matrix. So this is the first array, and 112, 42, 83, 119 is the first array, 62, 98, and yeah, this is the second array. And then what we do is, just a minute. Yeah. So we first take the first and the last array of the matrix in each iteration. That means we will use for loop, and then we will take the first element and last element of the first array. Yeah, so we take the first and the last element of the first array, and then second element and the second last element of the first array. So it goes like this. Um, so we take the first array and we take the first 112, then 119. Then we take 42 and 83. And then we take the 62 and 108. And then we take whatever the number is in there. And in this way, we solve this problem. And yeah, so this about the first array, and we do similarly the same operation with the second array, and we repeat this process until all array of the matrix is selected. I mean, all this is 2D matrix, right? So we touch upon all the matrix, all the array of this matrix, right? So yeah, let me recap this. So first we take these two array, this one, the first one, and the last one. Once we take that both of these two array, then we go the first array in this way. First element, which is 112 and 119. Then we go yeah, then we go 42, 83. So in this way, we select the elements from this matrix. And yeah, and that this way we solve this problem. And the runtime of this problem is O n square, because we are using two for loop for 2D matrix, and that's why it's taking you know O n square or bit O n square. And yeah, that's all about this problem. I hope that I made you understand. I was able to make you understand about this problem.